me. So my name is Harry, or Harry Knight, if you want the full name. My name is Harry. I'm based on the south coast of England. I'm in a little town called Seaford. It's very nice at the moment because it feels like I'm on holiday because it's 30 degrees outside. So I live right next to the beach. But today I'm going to talk to you about a career as a personal trainer and how to get into the fitness industry because it is a rapidly growing industry. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself before we delve straight into that. But yeah, so it's basically what I'm going to talk to you about today is about a career as a personal trainer, how to get into the fitness industry and what it does in our society. Because it is I think it's a little bit of an overlooked profession that it used to be. You were just working in a gym and personal training people, but it's a lot more than that in this day and age. Personal trainers are highly sought after, and the fitness industry is absolutely huge. It is booming at the moment. So I want to make sure that we want to make sure as fitness professionals, we get the best quality people coming in and doing careers as personal trainers. But a little bit about me. So I grew up on the South Coast. I'm from Brighton originally. Originally born in London, but I lived in Brighton most of my life. I now live about 10 miles away from Brighton, just along the coast. It's a very nice part of the country to live in. I work used to work for Brighton and Hove City Council. I used to work with kids, disadvantaged kids on the verge of permanent exclusion. And I used to basically do alternative provision where we would keep them in school and we would find them in education. Those roles were slowly decreasing. They're linked to funding and things like that. Those roles were becoming a little bit unsecure. So I made the leap about 10 years ago to become a personal trainer. And I thought, well, personal fitness was always a bit of release of mine. It was always one of those things that I would go and do, not just as a physical release. I didn't just do it to lose weight. I didn't just do it to get strong, but it was also a mental release. So I used to go and exercise because it would clear my head. And it would go and I would also do it because lifting weights would de-stress me. And those sort of things were really good in a high pressure job working for the council where you do have to meet targets and things like that. It was nice to have that mental relief by doing fitness. So I used to do lots of fitness events. I used to run half marathons. I used to do lots of mud runs. I used to do fitness competitions. Then I made the leap to become a personal trainer, probably about 10 years ago now, and totally changed my career. And I thought, right, I'm going to go into the industry and I'm going to train people for a living. I'm going to work in a gym. So initially, I got my qualifications, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about as well. I got my qualifications, I got my level two and my level three. And then I got my first job in a gym in a local leisure centre. And then from there, after I worked in a leisure centre, I started becoming usually probably around 2020, around the year that the world changed through COVID. I then made the leap and went freelance and I started training people and working for myself. I had a full roster of clients. I also used to teach some classes on the side. I used to work in a CrossFit gym and teach classes there 2 or 3 times a week. So I had a nice array, but I always felt something was missing. So I always liked my job in education, which was working for Brighton Council. So I made the leap to do my qualifications in higher level teaching. So level three award in teaching and training and my level three assessing. But what that meant, and that wasn't just to teach random subjects, I wanted to teach the next group of personal trainers coming through because I felt it was really, really important that good quality personal trainers and good quality fitness instructors were coming into the fitness industry. And I felt it was really, really important. So about 2 or 3 years ago, probably about 3 years ago now, I took the jump and I got my tutoring qualifications. And since then, I've worked for multiple companies, freelance, and I'm also a contractor as well to some companies where I teach personal training qualifications. I teach fitness qualifications. I teach indoor cycling, or better known as spin, although technically we're not allowed to call it spin. I teach kettlebells qualifications, circuit training qualifications. All of these qualifications allow people to work in the industry. So they allow people to work in gyms, and they have the relevant certificates, and they are completely legit allowed to work in this industry, because you can't just walk into the industry and say you're a personal trainer. It has to all be certified. You have to do the courses to say that you've done it, you're trained, and you are professional in the industry. It's exactly like being a teacher. It's exactly like being a nurse. It's not just walking into the industry. It's done there is quite a lot of big process to it that we like to make sure that people are up to date with their qualifications. So that's a little bit what I'm going to talk to you about today, but that's also a little bit of a background about me as well. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions with any of the stuff I've done in the past towards the end, if anyone's interested in learning a little bit more. But we're going to talk about career as a personal trainer, because this is what I do now. So I teach personal training, but I also still PT. I still PT people. I've got quite an array of clients at the moment, which is really, really nice. But I think it's still good to keep my head in the industry as well and not just teach it. I like to practice what I preach. So I still do a lot of that. But we're going to understand. Let's see if this works for me. I haven't presented for a long time. We're going to understanding the fitness industry qualifications and career pathways, responsibilities and opportunities, because there is a lot of pathways. I don't want you guys to think that you just get one qualification and that's it. You kind of shape your personal training career or your fitness instructing career, because there is a bit of a difference, and I will explain more. You kind of shape it tailored to you, because the industry is so wide and it's so big that you can carve yourself a whole niche in that industry. What I mean by that is you might be really into heavy weightlifting, and you might carve a niche tailored towards heavy weightlifting. You might be into gymnastics, and you tailor your training and who you're going to train to that style of fitness. You might be really into running or endurance running, and you tailor your personal training towards that. So niches is really, really important. You can't be that person that teaches everything. It simply doesn't exist. It's the same as a maths teacher in a school. A maths teacher is not going to walk into an English classroom and pretend that they're an English teacher as well, because they are a maths teacher. Personal trainers are exactly the same. It may say on the badge, personal trainer, but what you offer, people are going to be attracted to your style of training and what your personality is like. Okay. That's a really, really important thing to remember. So let's start with the basics first of how to get into the fitness industry. So you've got to have a passion for health and fitness and helping others, because that is key. If you don't have a passion for health and fitness, it's probably not the industry to be in. It is really, really important that you want to know, one, you want to have that health and fitness for yourself, but also you want to help people. It's really, really important. It's a hands-on job. You are helping others. Lots of people that come into the industry, and this is what I teach, you need to know how to communicate effectively with people, because lots of people are going to come to you with all different goals and all different demands for their body. So you might have someone who's really nervous in the gym, like super nervous, and they just need a helping hand in the gym. They just need someone to support them and to help them into that gym and to build up their confidence. You might also have someone who thinks they know everything, but actually you need to bring them a little bit down. You need to think, actually, you might think you know everything, but let me teach you some new things, and let me help you experience some new things in the industry as well, because you can show them new things, which in turn is going to help them reach their goals. With that, helping others, you're going to have people with all different fitness goals. Those fitness goals are going to range from, I want to lose weight. They're going to range from, I want to get fit for a wedding in 12 months' time. They might range from, I just want to build up my confidence. Or they might say, I work 12-hour days. I just want to de-stress at the end of the day. It's your job to find out what is going to keep them in that gym. Because fitness and health, as I said before, isn't just about losing weight. Can be that mental release that someone needs, because health and fitness goes hand in hand with mental health at the moment, that we want to make sure that everyone has got that access to that fitness facility. So that is the starting points. Gaining practical gym experience and building communication skills. So I mentioned communication before, so we'll talk about that again, but practical gym experience. So how to get into the fitness industry, we want to make sure that you guys know how the gym functions, what fitness facilities function like. That's really, really important, because all fitness facilities are different in some ways. You might have that corporate leisure center that's all machines from wall to wall. You might have that 24-hour budget gym that's only £20 a month, but it's open 24 hours and there's not many staff there. You might have the local functional fitness gym, which doesn't have much equipment, but the emphasis is that you do all your workouts with other people in the room. You might have that small PT studio where it's really, really nice community, where you know everyone's name that walks into the facility. So gaining that practical gym experience in all those different facilities is going to let you experience what you prefer. And it's also going to see the types of people that are attracted to each facility. And I'll go a little bit more into depth on that. You've got the sort of facility where you might have someone that wants to spend multiple hours in a gym. And that might be a high-end leisure centres, like let's think of an example like a David Lloyd or something, where someone wants to spend half a day there. Whereas a 24-hour gym, that's called fast fitness. That's where people are like, right, I've got 1 hour, I've got to get in, I've got to get out, I've got to go to work. Okay. So those different gym facilities, gaining experience in as much as you can is really, really important. And communicating with the types of people that come into those facilities is really important, because you've got to shape how they are going to use that facility. So the next stage would be completing recognized fitness qualifications. So I will delve more into this, but yeah, there's a few different routes, but there is two fitness qualifications that form your baseline. Okay. There are two that you will need before you get anything else. And I will go into that onto the next slide. Applying for entry-level gym and fitness instructor roles. So that is going to be on things like Indeed, or you could go straight to the facility. The entry-level gym instructor and fitness instructor roles are usually those roles where they want you to get involved with the people that have first signed up at the gym, and you are performing member inductions, member consultations, interviews with potential new members, and you are going around the gym and making sure that it looks in good shape and order. Okay, that is what we class as an entry level gym or fitness instructor role. It wouldn't be a personal training role at that stage. Or build confidence through volunteering and shadowing trainers. So this is really important. I always use it like a mentorship, where new people come into the industry, new fitness instructors, new personal trainers, and they volunteer in a gym to gain experience. And it also allows them to network in that gym. So fellow trainers can sort of almost take them under their wing and go, do you know what? This person that's shadowing me is really good. They really want to learn. Let's give them a job. Let's train them up on the job effectively and give them a contract. That's a really good way of doing it, because that fitness facility and the instructors that you're shadowing can effectively mold you into the sort of trainer they want for that facility. And it's a really good way of meeting new people in the gym. I always, when I've worked in different gyms in the past, if we've had a new fitness instructor, we have always tried to let them shadow a very experienced instructor. And that means they learn on the job, even without a qualification, even without their qualification. Because qualifications are brilliant, but a lot of people learn when they are doing the job as well. And I say that with any job you get, you spend that first year learning all the ins and outs of the role. Okay. So yeah, shadowing trainers, definitely one thing to remember. So these are your qualification and learning opportunities. So these are the people that I would look out for first. So when you're looking for fitness qualifications, You've got your benchmark qualification providers. I've given you two, but there are a few more. You've got YMCA Awards, which is a respected fitness qualification provider. They have been around for years and years and years. I think they started doing fitness qualifications in the 70s. My qualification is a YMCA qualification. It's been around for a long, long time. You would have to pay for the courses. It's not a funded course at all. And then another one I put there that is another famous training provider is Future Fit Training. So online, they predominantly do online and they do practical learning options in workshops as well. You could also get into the industry with courses using by doing paid courses. These are through private training providers, but they are usually funded. The paid courses are through private training providers, but they are fully funded by yourself. You would have to effectively pay. They can either put you on a payment program or you can pay monthly for the courses. But I would make sure that you know fully that their courses are recognized. Okay. So they need to be recognized when you're looking at them. Or you can go down the council funded fitness boot camps. So they are all over the country and they are government schemes. That is where the government gets distributes pots of money all over the country to local governments. And then the council, to get people into consistent work, they will fund boot camps that will get you the qualifications. Okay, that would mean you don't have to pay anything for the qualifications, but what they would do is expect you to complete the course, and then they would hopefully get you a job in the industry after. And it allows the council to sort of tick a box to say, look, we are actively getting people qualifications and we are actively getting people into the industry. And that's not just fitness as well. The government doesn't just do fitness ones, but it also does things like fully funds like electrician courses, fully funds like bricklaying courses, builders, plumbers. Fitness industry does fall into that because it's such a massive part of society now, and there's gyms in every town, in every city. Villages have all got gyms as well. There are gyms. They all need staff. Okay, so council funded fitness boot camps are a really good way to go. And hey, who doesn't love a course where you don't have to pay for it? So I would look into that sort of stuff. And then they would expect you, once you have got your first two courses, which is your level two and level three, that's when you would do your continuous learning through workshops, CPDs, and specialisms. So that's what I mentioned before. That's where you would go down the route of tailoring what your specialty is. So, for example, your specialty could be gymnastics, like I mentioned before. It could be that you really like using kettlebells, or you want to teach indoor cycling. You could specialize in what interests you the most in the industry. So, continuous learning through workshop CPDs is really, really good way at carving your niche further. So, this is the main nuts and bolts of the industry. So you've got two qualifications you're going to need. We're going to ignore level one because the industry is a bit bizarre and there is no level one. It always starts at level two. Level two is the baseline you need to be allowed to work in a gym. Okay. So a level two fitness instructor allows you to work in a gym and lead general exercise sessions. That could be one-to-one or that could be in a group. Okay. If you don't have level two, you won't get a job in a gym or a fitness facility. That's the baseline they will ask you is, do you have a level two fitness instructor qualification? Okay. It takes on average, if you're going to do a boot camp course, it could probably be done in about 6 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks if you're lucky. If you're going to do self-study and funded yourself, it's kind of up to you how long it takes. If you're on it, you could take about a month. You might do a workshop weekend, and then you might do an assessing weekend where someone like myself might observe you in a gym, and then they might issue your certificate at the end. Okay. The thing about a level two fitness instructor, it allows you to work one-to-one with people and it allows you to work in groups. When you're working one-to-one, it allows you to offer basic exercise programs. So it allows you to say to someone, my advice would be to use these machines here, come in 3 times a week. Um, and then you can come and see me in, say, 6 weeks, and I can check how you're getting on. Okay. So it's not personal training. It is you effectively just giving them a basic plan that they can go off on their own and follow. Okay. It also allows you to introduce people to the gym and demo everything in the gym and show them what the exercises and what the machines are. Okay. So that's your baseline. That's your first one. The next stage is level 3. This is where it gets a lot more in depth. So level 3 personal trainers allows you to create personalized fitness programs and work one-to-one with clients. So I mentioned that level 2 you can work one-to-one, but you're only providing a basic program. What level 3 does, it means you can work with them multiple times over a week, and it means you can write a program that they are going to follow over a period of time. Okay. So for example, I could be training someone, I could meet someone on their first day, and then they could see me 3 times a week, and I would have a consistent program that they would follow week to week. And I would be tweaking it to ensure that they are getting the results that their goals align to. And that could be weight loss, that could be building strength, or just building general fitness. So a personal trainer means you go on a journey with the client and you build up a really lovely relationship with them, because that journey allows you to see the progress they're making. And they also, from a earning potential, they bought into the program that you have sold to them. Okay. And from a job perspective, that's really nice for that security. So if I've got someone who's bought in for 3 months worth of sessions because they're going to have they've got a wedding that they want to lose weight for, it means that I've got consistent income for the next three months because that person has bought in sessions with me. Now, me as a personal trainer, I think it's really important that we promote longevity with clients. I think it's really important that we say to clients, um, I'm not going to sort of give you a quick boot camp blast and then you're off on your own. I think it's important that you take customers on a journey and you constantly adapt the goals, because not only is that consistent for you and an income, it's consistent for them. They trust you and they are in good hands. And I think that's really, really important because customers want to be looked after when it comes to personal training. So I think a lot of my clients that work with me now have worked with me for a number of years. The nice thing for them is they don't have to think about their fitness because I plan it all for them. It's also really nice because they know me quite well. I know them really well. I know what they enjoy. They know what stuff I offer, which is really, really good. So they know what they get with me. And that's really important because me designing training programs for them, I want them to enjoy it. I'm not going to give them exercises they don't enjoy. So if they don't like going on a rowing machine, I'm not going to put them on a rowing machine because they're not going to come back. Okay. So level 3 personal trainer is very different to the level 2 one. It does take a little bit longer to study for. So I would say if you're on it with a level 3 personal trainer, you could probably get it done in about 2 to 3 months. If you do the fully funded one, they could probably get you fully qualified in about 10 weeks. If you do the self-funded option, which is in your own time, I'd probably say the average is about 3 to 4 months. But they are your baseline, level 2, level 3. So what level 3 offers is it includes advanced anatomy and physiology, nutrition, and a client assessment. So what that means is anatomy and physiology, you are going to learn all the nuts and bolts in the body. Okay. You're going to learn all about the muscles. You're going to learn about the lungs, the heart. You're going to learn about energy systems, the cardio systems, and all of that sort of stuff, because you are going to know how that body responds to exercise. Okay. What level 2 does is you're not going to learn that in depth. You're more in level 2 going to learn about customer care. Okay. And how to communicate effectively with customers in a fitness setting. Okay, because level 2 forms that baseline. It's important that we know how to talk to the customer before we start talking to them about their body. Because if we can't talk to them, how are we going to talk to them about their anatomy and their nutrition and client assessments and things like that? So level two is going to talk about to us about communication, effective communication with the customer. And then you've got your level three, which is going to talk about the anatomy, the body. And then it mentions nutrition there, what we need to eat to go alongside our training, and client assessments. And that means understanding their fitness levels and things like that. So that might be working out how strong they are. It might be working out what their current heart rate max is, things like that. I don't want to go into too much depth because we don't really need to talk about the assessments now, but it does go into it. It's very, very interesting. So if you're interested in the human body, level three is going to be the one for you. So, and as it says at the bottom there, level two is often the first step before progressing on to level three. So, roles and responsibilities. So, supports your clients with exercise guidance and motivation. So that's really, really important. You probably wouldn't last very long if you didn't offer support. So I think support is really, really vital in that area. I think people look for motivation with exercise. Some people aren't natural exercisers. So we want to give support and we want to encourage people to exercise because it's really important in daily life. We also live in a world where fast food is it seems to be advertised on every street corner at the moment. So we want to make sure that people are exercising and they are motivated to exercise. Designing safe and effective workout programs. So designing something for a 20-year-old is going to be very different to someone designing something for a 70-year-old. So we need to make sure that we are designing safe and effective workout programs depending on the person who's in front of us. What that also means is we are not doing a one size fits all. And that means we are not writing the same generic program for every single person. It needs to be you look at the person, you meet them, you see how they move, and you go, this would be the best exercise for them. Okay. So designing safe and effective workout programs to the people that you have got in front of you. And then you monitor it, you monitor progress, you see and adapt training programs. So is it working? Is there anything I need to tweak? Did they hit that weight really, really easily last time I trained them? Do we need to go up the reps? Do we need to add in another exercise? Is there a muscle that's not really working as well as the other one? That would be me monitoring it. So I might be looking at a person going, do you know what? Their leg muscles aren't as strong as their back muscles. I need to work their legs more. So things like that, monitoring what is happening, and you're constantly making progress in order for them to reach that goal that they have set themselves. Okay. Then our big thing, promote. We are promoting health, well-being, and injury prevention. So making sure that those clients are fit, healthy, leaving the gym feeling better than when they came in. Okay. And that is overall health and fitness. We don't want to just make sure it's physical. We want to make sure they are enjoying their sessions and they get that natural buzz from exercise. And it doesn't have, I mentioned the gym. It doesn't have to be in the gym. I personally train people at their houses. I've also used my local park as well because people like all different types of fitness. It doesn't have to just be in a gym. Just want to reiterate that. But yeah, over promoting health, well-being, and injury prevention. Okay. Getting people to lead a fit and healthy lifestyle as well. And then our last one is maintaining gym safety and professional standards. So this falls under level 2 and 3. It's making sure people are safe in a gym environment. The gym is, if you take away all the fitness instructors and you take away the health and safety, the gym can be quite unsafe. So we're teaching people to use equipment safely and teaching people to uphold the gym etiquette, making sure that weights are put away responsibly, making sure that we're not doing anything that's going to do more harm than good. But also, we are representing the fitness facility, so we're upholding our professional standards as well, making sure that we are representing the companies we work for. Okay, because it is important that it is taken seriously. The fitness industry is so big now. We want to make sure that the professional standards of the industry we are showing a duty of care to everyone that's in the facility or doing fitness in some way with you. Okay. So this is where it gets quite interesting. So we can tailor our career in the fitness industry. We can choose areas of specialism that suits you. So specialism such as weight loss, sports performance, or rehabilitation. Other areas, so weight loss, for example, you could go down into a nutrition qualification and you could become a fully qualified nutritionist alongside your personal training. Sports performance, you could do a strength and conditioning qualification. That's a really good one, and that allows you to really analyze sports people and what how they need to tailor their training towards their specific sports. Rehabilitation, and that might link into physiotherapy. Rehabilitation might be people coming back from serious injuries or people who might have had injuries in the past. Rehabilitation would be you tailoring a program that suits their needs in the gym. Okay. It could also be things like the rise of high rocks. I'm sure someone's heard of high rocks here, that high rocks is a big fitness trend at the moment. You could even tailor your career to become a high rocks coach or a CrossFit coach. Things like that is you can then go into a specialism. It doesn't have to be just working in a commercial gym. So what it will do, this leads on to the next one. It allows you to work in gyms, studios. You could do work in schools as a fitness coach, sports clubs, or you could be freelance. You could go to people's houses. You could work in parks. As long as you got the right insurance. Insurance is easy to get. It's about £7 or £8 a month. Making sure you've got the right insurance and make sure that you are obviously you've got your certificates to hand to show people as well. Freelance is a really good way of earning your money and bringing fitness to them. So it's really nice. Some people just don't like gyms. So I offer mobile personal training as well. So it does work really, really well. You could also, in this day and age, this is huge, build an online fitness business or social media presence. So a lot of people look for online personal trainers these days. Online personal trainers give people easy access to fitness plans and give people easy access to hints and tips of how to work in the gym, and you could effectively work from home full time for that. There is a lot of business gurus out there that can help you set up online fitness businesses as well. If you are quite social media savvy and you have a social media presence anyway, that is quite a good option to do. I know for me, I'm not social media savvy at all. I can't. Social media isn't a thing for me. I've always relied on Google. Google, I've got a website. Google seems to work very nicely for me. But if you're into that sort of stuff, that works as well. And again, more qualifications. You gain extra qualifications in nutrition, yoga. Yoga goes alongside personal training, strength training. I would put in Pilates as well, reformer Pilates. All those added extras, even sports massage, all those added extras are going to be more strings to your bow because more people are going to say, do you know what? That person, he was doing personal training, but he also teaches yoga. That person, they were doing personal training, but they've also got a strength qualification, and I really want to learn my strength stuff. So those extra certifications are really, really good for giving you more avenues to work towards. Okay. I know for me, I used to teach indoor cycling very regularly. I still do it occasionally. I like to get back on the bike, but I picked up a lot of my personal training clients from my classes. So I used to teach, and at the end, someone might say, "Look, I've been coming to your classes, but I never go in the gym. Can you teach me some stuff?" And I used to pick up my clients from there. And that was a really nice way of doing it. So you can pick up clients and meet new people in all these different scenarios. So I would look into nutrition, yoga, strength training, Pilates if you're interested in that sort of thing. And then opportunities to become self-employed or open your own business. So I went self-employed. I've got a self-employed business. You could even open your own facility in the long term. So that's another option as well. Once you've got level 2 and level 3, you can officially have, like, if you've got the sort of if you're confident enough, you could effectively open your own fitness studio or personal training studio, or you could open a gym if you really wanted to as well. So that is another option to do as well. Um, yeah, so that's probably one of the biggest ones to do in the long term because obviously it does come with a lot. But if you got a team of personal trainers, a team of fitness instructors, having your own facility would offer you well, it's never going to be unpopular because everyone seems to be loving gyms at the moment. So that is an option for the future. So that is tailoring your career. And then just a little bit about why the role is important. So we are nearly at the end of the slides. The role is important because it encourages healthier lifestyles and physical well-being. So that is our obvious one. We want to encourage healthier lifestyles and physical well-being, but also mental well-being. So it supports mental health and confidence. So COVID highlighted this. So when we all went into lockdown in 2020, we realized spending a lot of time at home in our houses, tucked away, wasn't very good for our mental health. We missed that communication with people. We missed being able to have our freedom. So what the gym did was it really encouraged us to go and meet people and mingle in those facilities. So supporting the mental health and confidence did that, but also letting off the endorphins through exercise. Exercise is a release for a lot of people. I know for me it is. It's a bit of a stress relief, but it does let off endorphins. It's like almost like a natural high when you do exercise. Okay. So we want to encourage the healthy lifestyles and physical well-beings, but we want to support mental health and confidence as well. We want people to be confident in their bodies. You get one body. We want people to be enjoy it as much as they can. Okay. Another big one, we want to help tackle obesity and inactivity. So I hate to say this, but we did. The UK hasn't got great statistics for obesity and inactivity. We're in the Western world, which has lots of takeaways, lots of poor diet choices. I always say that America's food rules are creeping in places, so we have to be really careful what's in ingredients. We don't have the best rates here. So our job as professionals is to help tackle that. We want to make sure people are active, they are moving. And when it says inactivity, it might be as simple as convincing someone just to go on a long walk, to go on an hour's walk a day to get 10,000 steps. Even any movement is good movement. Yeah, and we want to promote that as well. Provides motivation and accountability for clients. So a lot of my clients rely on me because they want to be accountable to someone. And they want to be motivated by someone because they know if they weren't coming to me at 7 in the morning, they may not get out of bed to do anything. So that motivation is there. And it promotes long-term health and quality of life. We want people to be fit and healthy when they're in their later years. So when they're in their 70s, when they're in their 80s, we don't want people to have to hold on to things when they're getting up and down the stairs or getting up and down out of the seat. We want people to have that longevity in their life and be fit and healthy. We don't want aches and pains because the body is designed to move. The body is designed to be fit and healthy. Okay. It's society in the day and age, the fact that we sit down at desks too much, the fact that we drive everywhere, that has made us inactive. So us as trainers, we want to promote people to move and keep that body moving how it's designed to move. Okay. So that's really, really important as well. So that's a little bit of why the role is so important. But also, I want to put in there, I didn't put it in the thing. The role is also so important because fitness facilities are so big these days. There's so much. Oh, almost everyone I meet is a member of some form of fitness facility, whether that be a gym, a small studio, or they just go to local classes, or they go to Zumba classes. Everyone is involved in something or some way. I know where I live, it's quite an active town. There's lots of walking groups, there's lots of running groups, there's lots of Pilates studios, yoga studios dotted around. It's a big thing, and that's why we need fitness instructors, we need PTs, because um, the more facilities that open, the more jobs there's going to be. So that's really, really important as well. But we don't just want anyone; we want people that really, really embrace this lifestyle, really embrace the career as well. We want it to be a good quality group of people that are coming through as well. So it benefits society. So they go, do you know what? The guys that are working in these facilities are knowledgeable, they do know what they're talking about, and they care as well. That's the big thing. So long-term health and quality of life for everyone. Right. So last little bit about career progressions and opportunities. So you can promote yourself to you could senior personal trainer or gym manager if you stay in a particular fitness facility. So they always come with higher wages. You could become a sports conditioning coach. So you're working more with athletes. Online fitness coach or influencer, where you're working with sort of Instagram, TikTok, those sort of things. Corporate wellness trainer. So that is where you would work mainly for a private training provider and you might work in the corporate world. So I know that, for example, in London, some banking establishments have their own gyms. Corporate wellness trainers are there to make sure that their staff don't just sit at the desks all day. But they also pay quite well. They're really good. I know in Brighton, where I live, American Express has got a huge office in Brighton. They have corporate wellness trainers. They have a private gym, so there's wellness trainers there. And then finally, you could own your own fitness business. So owning your own fitness business allows you the freedom to do what you want to do. It allows you to tailor your condition, your career the way you want it to go. And that means obviously you're paying your own taxes and things like that, but it does give you a lot of freedom. And I know for me, I work freelance and I own my own fitness business. I like being my own boss. It's a really nice it's nice being able to control my own diary. So yeah, that's a nice way thing to do as well. So last little bit before we go into some questions. I think these are for me as well. I think it's a really rewarding career helping people improve their lives and their fitness levels. There's many routes into the industry through training and experience. Strong demand for skilled fitness professionals. As I said, it's not going out of fashion. Fitness facilities aren't going to close. If anything, they're going to get more and more and more. The high street in Britain is changing. You've got uh, traditional shops shutting down because lots of people do online shopping now. What's going to replace them? It's probably going to be more cafes and restaurants, but also fitness facilities. Okay. It's going to be things that need to keep the footfall in the high street. So, it's not going to go out of fashion anytime soon. So there is a strong demand for skilled professionals and opportunities for flexibility, growth, and entrepreneurship. It's a really nice word there, because depending on your business mind, you have the potential to earn a good salary with it and also be really, really happy in the job that you're doing as well. Okay. So that's a little bit about me. That's a little bit about the fitness industry as well. Just double check that I've got that. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of opportunity, just depending on time. See, I will go to when you guys need to go. But yeah, throw some questions at me. If there's anyone who's got some questions, I'm more than happy to answer.